Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We're taking a look at the energy this weekend going into next week. What do we need to know about this energy? What's happening right now? What are some ways that we can work through this energy? I'm looking at using my Crow Tarot Oracle and my Crow Tarot deck. I have my Kipper deck, my astrology deck as well. In case I need it, we're going to go ahead and take a look. I hope you guys are well going into this weekend. Um, make it what you need it to be. That's what I will say. What do we need to know about this energy? What's coming out right now? Right. So for someone, I do feel like I have bond here, curiosity, fear, and insight. This is a good energy. This isn't negative, but it's an energy of, I feel like there's someone that may want to connect, or those that want to connect on a deeper level, maybe from a heart level, a heart space that they want, somebody may want to share their heart with you. And it doesn't always have to be romantic. This could also be someone wanting to connect with you on a deep level. And they're curious and they are wanting to enter into your peripheral, your space. And there's something that's intimidating, I feel like, about you for this person or these people. Something very intimidating, but that's not stopping this person or these people. They are, for some of them, maybe one or two, they're willing to enter in to see. There's a bit of curiosity here that they have decided to step into, to investigate, to gain some level of insight. Let's see. So you are the muse for someone. Whoever this is, I feel like there's some transition out of some difficult space, and they've decided to move into a new space or to learn something new, to experience or investigate something new. Someone has decided to go a whole different path than they previously were on. And the path that they were on might have been one that was stressful, might have been one that kept them up, late at night thinking, toiling, maybe even laboring. But there's something, and this might be also you that's making them feel this way, a little bit intimidated. There's something about you that represents a new path or a new way, a new adventure for some. They're curious about you and how you, um, there's something about you that they're very curious about. It's clarified with the magician in the tower that's like blowing their mind, or that is blowing up their spot. I'm hearing that it's blowing up their spot. Like there's something about their method or how they do things that's just totally like, there's something about you that just blows this person's mind, or that's very shocking and surprising. Something about how you do things, your methods. I don't know if you are someone that dabbles in magic in some type of way. That might be what they're curious about. Yeah, there's something, I think that there's something about the energy around you, the energy that you carry that's a little intimidating for this person, because the energy, and not that it's a negative energy, it could just be a very healthy energy. Sometimes when you have not, when you don't know what something or someone, um, you've never been around, like a certain type of person, or you've never been around, for some, it's you've never been around a healthy person. The fear is clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is absolutely a very loving, a very kind, a very conscious, a very stable and grounded energy, very compassionate too. There's something about that. I don't know if this person is distrustful. They don't feel like you are authentic. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a woman, but there's something very nurturing and compassionate about you. But there's also something about you that's feared for some reason. but this person is not intimidated. Like they've decided to step in and see what that is. They're willing to F around and find out, whoever this is. What is the insight here? So there's something about either what you're building or what this person is building that um, somebody's been working on something for a while, building something, gaining some type of insight while they've been building it. During that process, there may have been moving away from things and, you know, cutting away things in this process, also collecting things. So this is almost like this person may have gained lots of insight through their experience of things that they didn't want and things that they did want. Through this insight, there's a lots of maturing, I think that's happening. And there's lots of learning happening as well, lots of patience too. I feel like this is something, this could be a very mature person. I see a lot of mature energy, but there could be some experiences that are new too. But this doesn't feel like it's someone that's new to the block. Like they have some wisdom here under their belt. I'm going to pull some. Before we go, though, I'm going to tell you the signs that I see. And so I have the Magician, which is Gemini, Virgo energy, Queen of Cups, which is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, Nine of Cups is Pisces energy, Six of Swords, Gemini energy, Nine of Swords, Gemini energy, and the Fool also is Virgo, Gemini energy, I believe. Give us more energy on. So overall, it feels like there is, um, hmm, I have Libra energy, Aries energy, and Leo energy. Interesting. Very interesting. So it feels like there's a lot of, um, it almost feels like there's a lot of collaboration around this in some type of way to meet the challenges and to guide as well. Libra, Aries, and Leo, it's a very resilient energy. Libra brings in a little bit of the integrity, making sure that things are done fair, making sure that the decisions are made with fairness and integrity and perfection. Aries brings in that bit of stamina to meet the challenge. It's like nothing's too big for an Aries. Very goal driven, but also carries a bit of honesty and integrity too. So it adds on to that Libra energy and gives the energy behind it and the drive behind it. And then Leo comes in with this bit of leadership and creativity and kind of like the autonomy around this to be able to do what's desired. And so I do see a lot of support around this. Whatever this is, it could be something that is meant to happen. Whether the result is ends up being the desired result, or if there's just this experience that's gained from this. And it feels like you are part of this. There's something about you being the connect, being the one that's that is the target. I'll say that. I'm trying to explain it right. It feels like people are moving towards you or wanting to move towards you, wanting to connect with you. There's something here. Yeah. Let's see what else we need to know here. This could have something to do with a wealthy man. Unexpected income comes out. Imprisonment. Marriage. Okay. Main female. Lovers. Oh my goodness. So we have wealthy man, unexpected income, imprisonment, marriage, main female, and lovers. It feels like this could have something to do with when we look at the bond part of this. This is like some type of connection. Could have something to do with a wealthy man. You could be that wealthy man, or you could be wanting to connect to this person. There's something about unexpected income coming in or arising. You could be coming into, some type of wealth that has been restricted for a period of time for whatever reason. Sometimes we're surrounded and involved with things that doesn't allow us to step into our blessing, right? Until we alleviate that. The Six of Swords did come out here behind the insights. There's something that has been learned here. And now that that has been learned and certain things have been moved out of the way, it provides an opportunity and space for what has always been meant to come in for someone that could be wealth. Wealth is not always money. However, this is talking about income, but it could be more than that too, that has been restricted for some reason. We also have the lovers out here and marriage and main female. You could be this main female. There's something about a connection here that may result in a marriage for you. For someone, it may result in some type of contract or love affair or connection that's going to be very significant. Wow. Wow. This could be a Libra, a Leo, or an Aries, or one of the other signs that we mentioned here. Hmm. What is the advice for my viewer here? So this is, what does this have to do with this weekend energy and next week? Nine of Swords, there's some clarity coming in around moving towards this. Or you will receive some type of clarity, some messaging that's being offered here, some information around this. Again, Ten of Pentacles comes out. That's that energy around wealth. We have the Three of Cups and the Two of Swords. There's some major decision that will need to be made. For some of you, this is not love per se. This could be other kinds of contracts like community, connection. It could be business. It could be social, right? But whatever this is, it could be around income. It could be around money in some type of way. But there's some difficult decision around this. What does this Two of Swords bring in this difficult decision? What's the difficult decision for my viewer? We have the Hermit, the Death, and the Ace of Wands. I feel like Spirit is challenging you to shift directions right now. You're being called to take this a little bit more seriously with the Hermit here and the Death card. There's something that Spirit wants you to change. There's something you're doing that needs to change, your method or your habits, maybe even your disciplines, what you have committed to do. Spirit is asking you to change it, or will, with this Two of Swords. There's something that you will need to make a decision about. The Ace of Wands talks about a new direction, a new beginning. But I feel like in exchange for this new beginning, there's going to need to be a decision to walk away from something or to leave something behind. The Two of Swords is a dilemma, meaning two equally valuable decisions, which makes it hard, but you have to decide. You can't straddle the fence. You can't go both ways. You have to choose one or the other. That's why this is coming in as difficult. So there's some decision that you will need to make here. Why is the Three of Cups here in the advice? You know I'm saying bye-bye. The Eight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I think Spirit is really talking about learning from the past, learning from your insight of getting where you are today. There's lots of things that you've learned, and it was clarified by the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Like, you already know whoever you are. You already know the struggle. right? Because you've already had the opportunity and the experience to make these decisions, to move away from things that didn't represent where it is that you're going, right? And so even now, you're being asked to regard those lessons around the past. The Three of Swords talks about disappointment, possibly around connections. The Three of Cups is like social gatherings, connections. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of like it has been difficult. There has been disappointments, but those disappointments really taught you lessons around how to remain stable and grounded within yourself, even how to depend on yourself and not your connections for your stability. And so there was a equal or even better result from these difficulties, from these disappointments and these heartbreaks, right? There's something Spirit is reminding you of here, not to forget. The Ten of Pentacles. It's time to remember. Eight of Cups, moving up to higher heights and having the courage. Again, there's that energy again of looking at your situation, realizing, hey, we've already learned this. There's nothing new here. We are heading to higher heights. That's what this is about, having courage to keep moving forward. Spirit is saying, keep moving forward. The Knight of Swords, yeah, you already know. And the Three of Pentacles, you already know. I feel like this hits home for somebody, right on the head. Right on the head. You already know. Either you know or you've asked for clarity, and this is your clarity. Spirit is talking to you. Mm-hmm. Spirit is already talking to you and communicating. Are you listening? That's the question. Are you listening? And then it brings in for me too those that are, because it started with you kind of being sought out for something. There's some connection desired around you that's going to be very significant. And so the decisions that you make will trickle down. It will affect everything and everyone that you are connected to. And so if you continue to move up and move forward and to excel and reach for higher heights, that also trickles down and affects everything around you and connected to you. And so there may be um, there may be this sense of you affecting everything else and everything kind of having a level of dependency upon what it is that you do or what you're doing, right? I feel like there's like this leader type of energy here, especially with Leo coming out. That's the energy we have. There's this leadership energy, this leadership responsibility. We had Libra, Aries, and Leo, which is a very fabulous energy to be in or to be supported by. And so there's a lot, I feel like that's weighing on you. Don't feel pressured though. Don't feel pressured. I feel like Spirit is already talking to you. The way has already been opened. You just have to go and realize that it is in your best interest to keep moving forward. No matter how comfortable it may feel right now, right here, you have to continue to expand, continue to move forward, okay? Are you listening? That's the question. Thank you for stopping by. Blood Moon Oracle here. We'll see you next time. My name is Leticia, by the way, and take care. Bye.